Hello there, I am Tugustu Zarion. This is my channel. Motivate and support me by subscribing my channel. Thank you. I'll continue grade 9 textbook here on 5.3 computer security trees. Just if possible to secure the computer, it's possible to secure information. But what are the threats, attacks, or the accidents that are recorded or happen through by natural means or by man-made means? Artificial may attack our information or computer by man-made or natural threats. Here in this video, I will try to explain here. You learned about the principles of computer security, section 3 to above 2, together with the three principles form of cornerstone of any organization security infrastructure. Based on the use of computer system means a computer system can work with the help of computer and hardware. The same to in a computer network. You must have at least two computers to establish or to form a network. That's why whether it's in a local area network or in wide area network which is in internet. Internet is a wide area network type. We may record or it may occur a variety of natural or man-made or artificial threats or attacks. Therefore, how can we just protect this? It is included under this textbook in this chapter also. But before seeing, we have to know the problems. What are the threats mostly that are happen through artificial or man-made? You are living an interconnected world. Means there are standalone computers also. They can process a data and format information. Standalone computer, a computer without a network, we use for the case of speed. We prefer computers. The major need of a computer is to save our speed. In case of a standalone computer, a computer without a network. What about when we connect a network server? Especially what the use of having a network. That's why the need of the major goal of having or establishing a network. Just at the beginning for the exchange of information, to transfer information from one location to the other, whether it's nearby or at a distance, we use here a network. That's why network is started. For instance, to transfer a specific picture or any video or text-based or picture-based files or audio-based files, may use, including the software, may use flash disk or storage drives. At the beginning, there was floppy disks that help us to transfer a file from one computer to another. But nowadays, on the increased use of technology, the storage media is also replaced by latest ones. For instance, floppy is replaced by CD or DVD, and again it is replaced by flash disk. Nowadays, we have also not only flash disk, we have also external hard disk like password. If one of the computer is infected, in standalone computer, proceed, just may transfer harmful program or virus or infected computer in the means of, by means of these storage drives. May transfer the infected the infected files. When we transfer or copy the infected file from one computer to the other, the virus also may transfer in case of a computer without a network. The other means of duplicating harmful programs or viruses, especially. But nowadays we are living in interconnected world, and it is essential that you develop a clear understanding about the risk of interconnection in the problem. That's why not only using the storage drives, the major problem nowadays is using the network. Network is a means that transfers. On the other hand, on the hindrance or drawback or disadvantage, it transfers the infected file or program from one system to another. You are living in a Africa country or other continent. In the case of internet, there are both natural and man-made artificial threats to your computers and computer systems. There are both natural and man-made. Or, in case of man-made means artificial threats to our computers and computer systems. In the use of computer network, there are natural or man-made or artificial threats can be transferred from one system to another. Therefore, the major objective or goal of this topic is to make you familiar with this artificial and natural threats to your computer system, especially computers over the network. Internal threats are those threats emerging within an institution, company or business, while external threats are from outside. Think about internal threats. How the internal threats can happen. For instance, the internal threats in case of natural disaster can be electric shocks, the increase or decrease of voltage, or fire can be an example for internal threats, including the employees for a particular organization, worker or company or institution. They are the means for internal threats. Employees may use unauthorizedly legal data. Even though they are legal workers, employees, they may perform illegal acts. Both internal and external factors can be caused by environmental, natural, as well as human and technical. Both the internal and external factors for computer security threats can be caused by environmental, that is natural, we say environmental, as well as human and technical or man-made or artificial factors. What are these? You see. The computer security threats can be external threats or internal threats. In case of external threats, we will have a human threat, a human external threat, environmental external threat, can be also external technological threat. In case of internal threats, there can be human, environmental, and technological again. In case of human, it can be malicious or non-malicious. They will not affect or damage a specific program or file. It can be accidental again or intentional, without knowing or intentionally. Just without knowing, accidentally, or by having knowledge intentionally, by preparing to attack a specific system. For instance, in case of using flash disk, when we use a flash disk, the flash disk can be infected with a virus or not. In case of when we have just the knowledge there is a virus is existed, it is intentionally. By knowing there is a flash disk, by mean there is a virus, or the flash disk is infected with virus, but just we may want to transfer to the healthy computer, or we may infect other system or computer using the flash disk. Or without having a know-how, whether there is a virus or not on the system, I mean on the flash disk. On such occasion, the virus may transfer from the flash disk or a storage drive to a computer. On such occasion, we say accidental, without knowing. But with knowing there is a virus on the flash disk, but intentionally we may transfer a virus from the flash disk to healthy computer. On such occasion, it is intentional. The external threats can be also environmental. How they are environmental? Just in case of, for instance, where lightning strokes may happen, a huge threat to your computer. On such occasion, the systems may damage, therefore it is categorized under external threat. For environment, in case of internal threat for environment, for instance, fire may exist or may distract the system or devastating to your computer. On such occasion, it is categorized under internal environmental factor. And in case of also extreme temperature, from the moderate temperature range, mostly in the specific room, is from the environment, external environment. The source is external environment. And in case of internal environment, just we have said, fire. Fire can be internal environment factor, and best example for external is lightning stroke from the environment. When we come to the technological, mostly may happen over the network. Man-made technological factors like malware or viruses spread over the network. They are considered an external threat, or especially over a wide area network, which is an internet. And in case of when you come to the internal threat, is mostly in a specific local area network. May also a virus transfer in technological way. The technological viruses can be affected mostly. Technological computer security threats are man-made. The next is natural threats in computer security. There are many computer security risks happening due to natural causes. Natural hazards such as earthquake can affect our computer or network. Flooding, lightning storms can lead to fires, extreme temperatures, and even electric shocks to your computer, causing potential physical damage or loss of data. Here, the fire can devastate your computer. Beyond direct damage from flames, the heat generator can melt sensitive components within the computer. When the fire is devastated, when the fire exists in a specific room, it may damage the whole system at all. That it is a natural threat, but categorized under internal natural threat. The other is extreme temperature. Computers are designed to function within a moderate temperature. What's the need of having a fan on the CPU and power supply? It cools or decreases or moderates the temperature. One property of computer is diligency, means consistency. They can work for a long period of time without tiredness. On such occasion, the computer cannot tire. But if there is extreme temperature, even though there is a fan on power supply and CPU, may be a threat. They are considered as a threat or natural threat, extreme temperature. The other is lightning strokes. Lightning strokes are huge threat to your computer. Even if they never actually touch your hardware, sometimes a lightning stroke will create an electric surge or spike that amplifies its mostly. A computer works in a standard voltage, which is with 210 to 220 to 230 voltage. But in case of there is a natural threat like a lightning strike happens, it amplifies the voltage. Then if there is beyond the standard voltage, some components may damage the power supply and other components will damage, including the motherboard. What are the other threats and artificial threats to computer security? The vast majority or a huge amount of computer threats are due to the artificial or man-made. The vast majority of computer security threats are man-made and happening through the device and networks that we are using. Computer security threats change their nature and methods with a change in the technology. With the recent development of internet-based services, the majority of man-made security threats come through the internet as platforms. They come through network connectivity. Here, the attack on computer widely referred to as cyber attack. Cyber refers to internet in short. Cyber security and again cyber attack and as well as cyberspace refers to computers and computer networks. Cyber attacks are classified in different ways. There is a cyber security for cyber attack. They are contradictory phrases. If there is an attack, mostly man-made attacks over the internet, it is considered a cyber attack. To protect or to prevent these man-made attacks over the network, especially over the internet, we use cyber security. Cyber attacks are classified in different ways. You can consider the following as means types of cyber attacks: denial of service, malware attack, man in the middle, phishing, eavesdropping, SQL injection, password attack, social engineering are the main ones. They are artificial threats to computer security. The first one is denial of service. Those attacks hurt computer systems by flooding target with the requests, stopping regular users from connecting to the service. If there is an attack on such attack, the network is attacked on denial of service or the cyber is attacked with denial of service, will not get a service at all, stopping the regular users from connecting to the service. This means the regular network-based service cannot be provided at timely manner. Those attacks on bank IT infrastructure, for example, could stop the bank services such as the automated teller machine and the commercial bank of Ethiopia bill services. Such attacks disappoint customers and the service providers such as the banks may encounter reputation damage as a result. There is no network means there is no work at all. This is a major cause or attack over cyber attack. The others considered as malware attack. Under malware attack, we have Trojan horse, we have virus, we have keylogger, worms, adware, botnets, spyware, and ransomware are categorized under malware attack. Trojan horse, the first malware attack, a code that takes over the system to steal and damage everything on the system. Takes over the system, it steals our personal identity. How it works. This Trojan horse is the type of malware that downloads onto a computer being discussed or misted as a legitimate program. Just without knowing, when we download a specific program or file, multimedia file from unknown sources or illegal sites, it hidden itself and downloads. And what it does, it is stealing our and damaging our system and personal information. Therefore, we have to be careful not to download any program with unknown sources. We have to follow the right source. For instance, when you want to install any program, better to use firehorse.com as an example, for instance. Firehorse.com is a legal site that helps us to download legal programs. Sometimes it says or it labels with antivirus, but it may also a virus that we may take a measure. It hidden themselves in downloads and it affects our system and it steals our personal information. Just anyway, it's possible to type on the address bar firehorse.com, file F-I-L-E horse without space or gap, file horse.com, the place where the free softwares are found. In case of software, we can use this legal site rather than using to download and use unnecessary sites. There are softwares, legal softwares under this site. The other is virus, a malicious code that gets into the computer program by replicating and change functioning. What the characteristics or property of virus? It replicates itself and attacks our file, and it minimizes the storage capacity of a specific computer. For instance, Melissa virus is a common one that spreads itself in a system without acknowledging the user. Some people also refer to as a rootkit. It replicates and duplicates and transfers from one computer to another. Keylogger, they work by recording the movement on the keyboard and mostly steal passwords and accounts. For instance, when you use email, we have a email address or user ID with password. On such occasion, the keylogger, it records user ID and password for a specific user. Therefore, we have to take care. Keyloggers work on such attacks. Worms, an independent program that infects the computer system through network device. Automatically transfer from one computer to another. There is a network, but by default our computer have a firewall. We have to check always window firewall should be in on state. Says window defender firewall state is on. Was help protect your PC with Windows Defender firewall. Windows Defender firewall can help prevent hackers or malicious software from gaining access to your PC through the internet or the network. And again, it also blocks unnecessary programs when it transfer worms when it transfer from one system to another over the network. Malware attack, the other malware attack is hardware, advertising software to spread malware. On the use of World Wide Web, when we visit a specific website or web page, just it may have pop-up advertisements may appear on the window. On such occasion, we have to not accept or allow to go to that advertising pages because they are advertising software to spread software malware. Hardware or advertising software virus pop-up advertising to show up on your computer or mobile device. Hardware has the potential to become malicious and harm your device by slowing it down. After if you accept or allow to go to that page, it downloads and slows your systems, hijacking your browser and installing virus and spyware. Therefore, we have no accept or allow to move to a specific page without commanding or without knowing to this window. Botnet, the other malware attack. The word botnet is formed from words robot and network. It is a combination of robot and network. Then was the major goal these attackers. Thus, cyber criminals use the special Trojan horses to breach the security of several user computers. Take control of each computer and organize all the infected machines into network of both that criminal can remotely manage. Without knowing, they can control our computer at all. Just being at the user, it seems as a user, but he is a criminal. He controls and he may run our system or related digital device over the network. What we have to take care is always we have to encrypt our digital device like computer and mobile device. Spyware as secret program, the other malware is a great program that tracks all the movement of the user secretly and then uses the information against them. Without knowing, they can steal our information or personal accounts over the network. Ransomware, this malware locks the file and data on the system and threatens to delete them. There are criminals or hackers, they can lock and they can ask a payment. Mostly we say them. The ransom is a person that unauthorizedly control our file or data on the network, then he can lock and ask a payment to free our files or data over the network. Man in the middle, this type of attack includes interspecies communication between the people and them stealing data from their conversation. As an implies, mostly in a network without a network. In Wi-Fi, the hacker or the thief can put himself in the middle when two end users are communicate each other over the network, and he may record the communication. Phishing attacks are the practice of sending fraudulent communications that appear from a reputable source. For instance, we may address or we may receive unknown emails from unknown sender. On such occasion, we may not allow to go to that page. If it is, they can steal our personal information. They can ask you to fill your personal IDs, your phone number or account numbers. We have not permit to give such personal identities without knowing, and we have not allowed to go to unknown links. We have to be careful. We have to read the link before going to that page, that hacker's page. Eavesdropping attacks our hacker intercepts, deletes, or modifies data that is transmitted between two devices. When two persons are over the network, they have a chance to exchange information. On such occasion, the eavesdropping may steal or may record, especially the telephone conversations over the network. Without knowing, the hacker may or the steal, the thief may record our communications over the conversation, especially over the network, over telephone conversations. SQL injection, this is when an attacker injects unauthorized input into the SQL statement. There are a variety of databases nowadays. The hacker or thief, mostly what his objective is to inject the database and steal or get our ID and password from the database. Password attack, as an implies, many hackers try to get your password by using different methods such as dictionary attack, means by probability they might can get your personal password. What we have to take care is we have to give always a strong password, that is combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers and special characters. And last here, social engineering refers to creating a social situation to get information from the user, like getting a call from the mobile company saying your device is in danger. They are not legal, but they seem as legal, and they can ask you, or they can call as an emergency that helps you to your network. But they are not legal. They objective is to take personal information you. On such occasion, we have not to give any personal informations that is unknown. The internet has also brought special challenges for kids and youth in our age. Religious fundamentalists, radical politicals or tribal extreme terrorists and sex traffickers and abusers have found internet as safe zone for their illegal attractions. Having the network is have not only the advantage, we have also the disadvantage. The major disadvantages are this: by knowing the disadvantage, we have to minimize or decrease the disadvantage. The objective is also to make you address to these attacks or disadvantages when you use the technology, when you use the network, when you use the internet. The first, for instance, we have our internet may have cyberbullying. This educates or humiliating young kids in such place of social media. On social medias, there are unnecessary or hurtful messages or illegal or false postings that hurts a specific person. This is considered as cyberbullying. Therefore, the one negative impact on social issue on the use of internet is cyberbullying. Cyber predators, the other negative impact on the use of the internet. Cyber predators are people who use the internet to exploit usually younger people for sexual and other purposes. Many cyber predators pretend to become someone else, lie about details about themselves to gain trust of their victims. Therefore, we do not have to give our personal information to those that are unknown. May sell our personal information or they may exploit us to sexual and other purpose. Therefore, we have to be careful on the use of the internet. Posting private information, you may not yet understand social boundaries. They may have a chance also personal or identity informations that are not allowed to public. But unknown peoples may address your personal information over the internet. Therefore, we have to take care on such phenomena on the use of the internet. Thank you.